8:41. Fall arrives in less than a month, and this morning we're getting you ready with the best wines for the upcoming season. The best part about this, they're all under $20. Joe Bastianich is a restaurateur, and he's one of the hosts of CNBC's Restaurant Startup. Joe, always good to see you.
Nice to see you, Matt.
Happy almost fall.
Yes,
Before we get to the show and the wines, let's talk a little bit of wine. Obviously, an earthquake out in Napa yesterday. Right. Pretty severe, a lot of damage. How's it going to impact the wine industry?
I think that the best thing that happened in a very bad scenario is that the vintage was still out in the vineyard. So all that wine grapes are still in the vineyard. They're perfectly protected. They're fine. Had all that crushed juice been in those big vats fermenting, it might have been much worse.
No impact on price that you can see?
Listen, I'm not really sure. The industry is very big. It goes outside of Napa Valley. We'll see what happens with pricing, but, it's a very unfortunate event.
All right, let's talk about pricing. All the wines we're going to talk about today, under $20.
Under $20. So when you go into fall, you're thinking about you're getting away from your classic rosés and lighter summer wines. Prosecco, this is floor Prosecco. I like for the fall, this is a rosé Prosecco. We add a little bit of Pinot Noir to try that, a little bit more full body. This is something that
what do they do, about 5% Pinot Noir, 10%?
5-7% Pinot Noir gives a little bit more fruity. Prosecco is a huge category. Floor, pink rosé Prosecco.
What would you serve that with?
Yeah, I would serve that with like a light salad, chicken, something off the grill, because you're still grilling in the fall. And then your regular Prosecco. Fuller-bodied whites. This is from California, my friend Steve Clifton, Palmina, Pinot Grigio. Pinot Grigio people think is light. This is a fuller-bodied Pinot Grigio. So maybe with
I like light, though, I have to say.
But this has got a little bit more grip to it, a little bit more full-bodied, because Pinot Grigio could be. This is interesting. From the Republic of Georgia.
Not the state of Georgia.
No,
this
Republic.
is Georgia.
Yeah, Sinadali. This is the first place, they say, in the world wine was ever made.
So like it's got a long history.
The longest. And this is wine. It's just interesting to see this area of the world making wines that are modern, technically really correct, good. Very, very, very good.
All right,
then we get into the reds.
People think about fall and winter, they think about reds.
This is a Merlot from northeastern Italy, from Friuli. This is the wine to have on the night that your kids are going back to school. So when the kids go back to school, you open up this Merlot
commercial.
You're at home. Maybe you're going to have a grilled skirt steak, and you're going to have it with this Merlot.
This has a great aroma.
Great nose. Great Merlot. It's not as quite as blueberry and fruity as the American Merlots. Italian Merlot, it's a little bit more leafy, tobacco-y, interesting.
This is under $20.
How much $20? $15.
$15. That's
Barbera
great.
d'Alba. This is what you have.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
This one back here from Georgia?
Yeah.
This is like $12.
$12,
right?
yeah.
That's not bad. Okay.
So this is the wine, Barbera d'Alba, another Italian, except for the west part. This is to have on Halloween. While your kids are because it's important to have the right wine for the right occasion. So this is Barbera you drink when you're sitting at home guarding the trick-or-treat basket and the kids are coming by and your kids are out. Barbera d'Alba. Cheers to that.
Yeah. You have to carry me away from this segment.
Matt, it's been a lot of years we've been doing this. I mean, you got to get your sea legs eventually with a couple of glasses of wine.
Pretty much. Go ahead.
And lastly,
you pronounce
Malbec. Mayol Malbec. Everyone loves Malbec. Argentina. This is getting into maybe Thanksgiving. Your first braised beef brisket, ossobuco, braised short ribs, thick, hearty, really delicious, extracted, jammy wine. People love Malbec, and rightfully so.
Well, I smell this. Talk about Restaurant Startup, because this is a great show on CNBC. Basically, guys with a concept are trying to get you to invest in that concept.
And we did invest. We had a whole season. People from all over the country came with their restaurant ideas. Me and Tim, we invested in a bunch of different restaurants, pasta companies. It was a great first season. Tonight is the finale. So it's a big, big finale for us, Restaurant Startup on CNBC.
And good news.
The great news is Season 2 coming at you. So you heard it here first, Matt.
That's good.
There'll be a second season, 10 episodes of Restaurant Startup. So if you have a great idea, if you think you can cook, come see us.
And he'll write you a check.
Yes.
Joe, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Matt. Thanks for having me.
Always. And again, you can catch the season finale of Restaurant Startup. That's tonight, 10 Eastern and Pacific time on CNBC.